So rAge is here. So I've been to so many expos in the dome there, and I live like a kilometer away from here, and I've never walked across this bridge. I've never been on this bridge. So today I'm gonna give it a try. I mean, obviously it's just gonna be like walking across a bridge, but it'll be the first time I've done it, which is crazy. It's quite a cool little thing. Spiral. Looks nice. Lucky Beans coffee. I think it's because you're lucky if you eventually do get coffee. Been walking around rAge for a couple hours now. Taken away 3 things. Firstly, there's definitely more opportunity to get your hands on games and actually play games. Definitely more opportunities. If you compare it to Comic-Con, it was bigger, but the focus here is all gaming, and that's pretty great because you get to get your hands on games. There's a lot more booths that have games where you can play. There's a lot more consoles, there's a lot more computers, there's a lot more games that are way more accessible to actually get your hands on games and play them. So that's amazing. PlayStation booth back here. It's kind of just like a slightly smaller version of the one they had at Comic-Con with the Spider-Man. So back here is a pretty big stand for Xbox Fortnite Festival, which is pretty cool. So they've got a good like 20 consoles on either side of this big tower here, and they're doing. It looks like they're doing custom games. So they just like there is like such a long queue. So they're doing custom games all the time, and they're scoring people, so like probably position but also kills, and there's prizes to be won. I'm not sure what they are.
That you have been waiting for. Can you win?
An Xbox X for first prize, and Xbox S for second prize.
Oh wow!
And a controller for the piece.
Okay. That's pretty decent.
Wow. Already a guy won. They won yesterday.
Okay. So winners every day.
Winners every day.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Cool, thanks man.
Yeah, so these guys are playing for Xboxes, so no wonder the queue is just constant. Like this queue is like all the way down both sides, and it's just constant. It's pretty funny. Obviously the target market of Fortnite is generally younger, but watching the people in the queue watching the people in the queue. They're watching the people playing, and they kind of remind me of older folks that are watching rugby or soccer. You know, they're also into the game, so they're like, use the juice now, like build, man, and they're like all upset and they're like so into it. It's just great. It's basically the exact experience if you're in a bar and the rugby's playing or the soccer's playing. Everybody's an expert. Everybody in that queue is just like shouting at the people that are busy playing, and it's actually very funny to see these like little 10-year-old kids like saying, you should be building by now, and this kind of thing. It's pretty funny actually. Forza Horizon 4, they've got a McLaren here, which is amazing in real life. Wow, I'm actually blown away. This is a cool little zone for the kids. It's a Minecraft area, and then Spyro. So it's like Xbox games, but like kid-focused ones, which is pretty cool. This one's probably the most disappointing for me. It's a Fallout 76 stand, but there's literally nothing inside here. So come inside here. There is a video playing over there, and there's a juice bar, and there's branding, and there's that Fallout boy. But honestly, it's just an empty block that's just saying yes, Fallout 76 is coming sometime. So it's a little bit pointless. There's no point. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. The big games are all here, so there's a massive queue for Call of Duty 4, Black Ops. I'm sure they'll be playing. I'm sure we've got a Blackout going on in there. There's Assassin's Creed Origins. No, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, sorry. Here's the queue for Division 2. Surprisingly decent queue for that, which I'm quite impressed by. That's pretty cool. Spoke to the organizers, and they reckon there's around 12,000 people a day. It certainly feels like it. The Dome is a smaller venue than Kalami, so those 12,000 people, it's pretty snug. It's pretty snug in here.
Four rounds in a row here to win their prize. Tapping away with the AK. Watching the Ghost Train. It is going to be 5-1. So that is the first round done already. Give them a round of applause though, ladies and gentlemen. Good job, Miss Envy. But we need another challenger. Thank that Julian won himself this awesome RGB cooler. Alright, I nearly killed the cameraman on that one. Sorry about that. Julian goes on to the high ground, a bit of a risky situation, get caught out here, but it is going to benefit her in the third kill, bring it back to 3-2. So this is going to happen now. Julia's giving a lot of respect to this opponent. So what you guys are going to do is play until you're both on 4-4 and then knife mid for the prize. Okay, so we're going to make it interesting. So take a kill, get a kill there, Mr. Contender. Yeah, throwing her guns away. Let's see how this goes. This knife fight's taking me back to Kill Bill. Gets the first tags in, does the contender. Oh no! He is gonna fall, unfortunately. Good effort, my man. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A good effort. Alrighty.
So second, it's definitely more focused this year. So through this area here, last year there was a whole lot of comic stuff. There was some, cosplay, and there was artists, comic people. So those kind of guys aren't there anymore. They've moved the gaming LAN into that area, so it's off the main floor, which does mean that this area here is full of stores, not just not this massive block of space that's devoted to the LAN, which means that this is actually almost certainly the biggest rAge they've done, because that LAN used to take up a lot of space, and the fact that it's gone from this floor means that it's definitely bigger. So they're using all of this space for retailers and for stores, so that's pretty cool. So because there is a Comic-Con, I think that's a good idea. Focus this one down and keep it focused almost exclusively on gaming of every different kind. I think that's a good idea. The one big thing for me was kind of now that Comic-Con has been here, like what does rAge feel like after being at Comic-Con, less than a month ago? And I was hoping to see definitely more focus on gaming, and I was just worried that it was going to feel like a smaller or worse Comic-Con, and that's not what it is at all, which is great. So I'm really happy about that. That's really cool, and I think definitely the future for rAge will be continually focusing on gaming and keeping it more and more focused and making sure that it's a completely unique experience. And I think they've achieved that for this first one after Comic-Con. And let's see how they go. So the gaming retailers that are here, they are giving some specials, but nothing that I've seen that's truly mind-blowing. Nothing that I've seen that I would say like, wow, you have to drop everything and try and get this special. There's basically generic specials that they'll do periodically anyway, which is a bit of a shame. There isn't really much of a culture in South Africa of doing like deep, hardcore discounts on hardware or games, and that's a bit of a shame, because I just think it's a missed opportunity, because a lot of the people that are here, if there was a compelling enough special, I think that a lot more people would be spending money rather than just walking around. So there still are some comic shops here. There's maybe 4 or 5, which is cool. It is cool to have some of them here. But it's actually pretty great that they're able to kind of separate them out, and everybody gets a space. I kind of like that that there's comics represented here and gaming represented at Comic-Con. That's cool. But it is nice to see proper focus here on gaming. That's pretty great. So I'm kind of 3 hours in now, and actually, like, I'm pretty satisfied. Like, I don't. There's nothing that I've not seen, so it kind of feels like I've covered everything. Which kind of does give a bit of perspective on the size of it, but I think the best way to do rAge is to come ready to play games, and obviously that does mean queues. So if you're just going to be walking around and looking at stuff, all you need is a couple of hours. But if you're gonna like take advantage of the actual benefit of rAge, and that's playing games. So then you're gonna need a couple of more hours just to stand in queues and get to the front of queues, which I think is worthwhile. But yeah, I'm not keen to do that today.